Okay.
Fantastic. All right, so what is your name and what do you do inside of Wonky Power? And what do you do inside of your band?
My name is Elizabeth Salazar, and I am a partner with Wonky Power Records.
Mm-hmm.
I am a singer and a keyboardist with Bang Bangs.
Fantastic.
My name is Mario Rodriguez. I am also a partner with Wonky Power Records,
Mm-hmm.
and I play guitar with Bang Bangs and help produce the music as well.
What what is the like mission statement like behind Wonky Power?
I would say that if there was any statement, I would say that it's to help each other out, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a very simple statement, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's a cultivation of like-minded individuals that are in Latins primarily
Mm-hmm.
that wanted to do something that was not being done before
Sure.
in our city
And here in
and
Houston.
here in Houston, which is where we grew up, where we've s- devoted our tears and sweat to the music scene for over a decade. So it's something that we cared very deeply about. So we felt like there was a lack of incubator of sorts,
Sure.
and I just feel that our mission statement would be to help each other out in any way possible. If it's to help book a show or to manage each other the right ways and find the right ways to grow.
So Ellie, would you say that I mean Elizabeth, everybody calls you Ellie.
Yes.
Is this exclusive to any other culture or is it specifically for Latino or Mexican Americans, but or is it inclusive but primarily for your homies, for your people?
Um, Actually, I think it's for everyone. Everyone that has gotten together and created this cultivation of record label has been predominantly Hispanics,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not, like we have our open arms to everyone, and um, it's just something that we're just open to a lot of different genres and a lot of different cultures.
Fair play. So why, if I can ask, like Houston is a very diverse city, a very diverse culture, from what I understand. Why is Wonky Power? Uh, there's a lot of Hispanic and Mexican and Latino, especially Mexican influence. Why is this necessary?
Um, you want to answer? Or you want me to
Why
answer?
is what necessary though?
Why is Wonky Power's Mexican influence necessary?
Well, I mean, that's just the way. I mean, that's our heritage, and we grew up that way, and that's something that we've lived with our entire lives. So we're very, that's our heart,
Sure.
and of course, we want to help, younger versions of ourselves be better
You're
people
young
in
as
the
hell,
future.
though. So you're young as hell, though.
Well, I mean,
But is
I
there
look young.
is
but
there
Maybe
is there
teenagers.
is there something lacking in popular culture that makes you guys want to big up Latino and
um,
Mexican culture
Is there something lacking?
I think that I could
and
say
pop culture?
I think that would be a definite yes.
Hmm.
I think that in mainstream pop culture, let's say in the United States, let's just speak about that. I think
Sure.
that Latin music has been very, very stereotyped
Okay.
in the ways that are probably to the mainstream don't understand, but we
Mhm.
see it. You're talking about a pop, maybe, or a rapper, or maybe some sort of mainstream hip hop MC, or a female mainstream pop singer. I mean, Aladdin to be doing that, it's not really well known right now, or it's just looked at as like they're just doing Latin music. But just because we're Latin, I mean, we're just labeled Latin. Like no,
Yeah.
we play indie rock all the way to psych rock, all the way to Latin cumbia, all the way to electronic rock, all the way to shoegaze.
I'm glad you mentioned cumbia because I feel like a lot of mainstream Americans don't understand what cumbia is. Can you tell me? Do you work with any cumbia artists?
Gio. Oh, are you asking me or Gio?
So what, Gio? You might be a little bit more experienced, like to answer. What is cumbia?
Well, cumbia is like a blend of.
Wait. Before you start, what is your name?
Oh,
And
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Gio Chamba. I'm part of Wonky Records here, and I also do original music that's a blending of cumbia, which is cumbia is really just like a blend already of indigenous and African music.
Mhm.
So it's like it was created in Colombia, so it spread from there, and it was interpreted in different ways. Once it reached to the states, you know, in the '90s and stuff like that, there was other groups doing it, you know,
Mhm.
and they became pretty popular. But now in the 2000s and stuff, like we're keeping it alive, we're keeping the mesh together, we're bridging the gap between cultures, just like it did at the beginning of its inception. So you know, I feel that cumbia now is just that. It's the bridging of like older style of like cultures with the newer style of cultures, which is more urban, more you know like hip hop, more like rock, what like you know what I mean, like everything that's urban, that's going on right now.
Mhm.
It's mixed with all that, so it's like the roots music with the new electronic music. That's what we're doing.
So I heard you mention like a very diverse influence from cumbia. Do you think that? Tell me from. I want to hear from you, Gio, and certainly from the two of you. How does Houston's one of the most like diverse cities in the country. How does that influence your music, especially as far as cumbia, which a lot of people don't know about, but everyone knows indie rock and hip hop and shit like that. Like, so how does Houston specifically influence your version of cumbia, and then your version of
Okay.
indie and punk and pop, which you guys do very well.
Well,
Go ahead.
I feel that like and my version
Thank
is
you.
basically like I grew up, you know, playing punk and rock and all different types of music at the same time. All those shows that I played were always different types of artists, you know, hip hop artists, indie artists, and all kinds of stuff. So I feel that like the music that I'm doing now is only the result of everything that I've been influenced by here in Houston. And here in Houston is so diverse, so you do get all those different types of artists,
For
you
sure.
know. And I feel that like the type of stuff that I'm doing as far as like with cumbia and all that, like it's mixed with the Houston style because Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the country, you know.
For sure.
And so I feel that like, you know, once it meets the old grassroots type of feel to it, like the straight up street stuff with a more, I guess, mainstream type of, you know, type of rhythms or sounds or whatever.
Okay.
I feel that it has now its own identity within all classes. It's like it transcends classes. It like people can feel it, you know, and if whatever class they are, whatever race they are, whatever, you know, because now it's super mixed. And if you don't have a mixed dance floor, then you're basically like, you know,
You're doing it
like,
wrong.
yeah, you're not
Yeah.
you're like if your thing is doing like dance music, then that's, you know what I'm saying, like cumbia is dance music, really. Like that's what all the natives and all the people back in the day, they use it for, to release, you know what I mean.
Sure.
And so cumbia mixed with the newer dance music, it's the same thing, but nowadays it's more broad because we have different stresses and different types of things that we deal with now, you know what I mean. So it's like it's a blending of all those different types of feelings and cultures.
Are there any Houston artists that have influenced you? Because I feel where you're coming from with your like Mexican style. Are there any like proper like Houston American artists that have influenced what, like, let's say Bang Bangs does?
For us,
For sure.
artists, local artists, Houston artists that have inspired us
Hmm.
would definitely be would be whenever I first started listening to Los Carnales,
Yeah.
Los Carnales were really good influence, and energy wise, and then entertainment wise. I felt like they were all Latin. They brought all of these aspects of punk all the way to ska, all the way to even cumbia, all the way to maybe they would bring in some sort of pop elements in their music. And that I was a kid when I first saw them. So Los Canales it's a cool influence. All the way to now, like Gio Chamba is a big influence for us as well, with the sound that he's been defining throughout the years. I saw him whenever he was a kid, and with Somos Uno and doing his own stuff like that, all the way to the Tauntauns, all the way to now the Suffers. Jerk is also a big influence to me as well. He's a one-man band, but he's somebody that's very well versatile in his craft. But he brings those tropical Latin vibes to his music, and his music is known as pop mainstream now. And he's not Latin. I mean, he has maybe roots on that. I mean, everybody does, but some people like that are very, very